Shalom. Okay, I have an amazing story for you. Behind me is what it looked like in the Beit HaMikdash in Yerushalayim. And if you look, this part of the Beit HaMikdash here is the Mizbeach. This is where they'd have fires, and the Kohanim would come and bring korbanot. And I want to tell you a story about Kohanim that in the Beit HaMikdash. Do you see how they would get up to the Mizbeach? They would stand down here, and Kohanim would come. This is a Kohen, and he's going up to the Mizbeach. And you can see there are some Kohanim already here. They're doing the avodah. They're doing the work in the Beis HaMikdash on the Mizbeach. They're putting things onto the fire, onto the wood where the fire is. And the Kohanim would go up here. Now, everybody liked the jobs of working in the Beit HaMikdash. All the Kohanim wanted to work. So what they did was to make it fair so that everybody got a chance. Every family, every Kohen family would get 2 weeks in the Beit HaMikdash that they could work the whole year. And then on Pesach, Sukkot, and Shavuos, on the Chagim, on the festivals, everybody could work. But that means that there were only a certain amount of jobs that you could do, right? So if I was a Kohen and I wanted to work in the Beit HaMikdash and I wanted to give the korbanot, well, there's only a certain amount of korbanot that were given. So how did this come? Well, in the beginning, they said, here's what we're going to do. If you really want to work in the Beit HaMikdash, then you'll really work hard to make sure that you get to be in the Beit HaMikdash. You'll do whatever it takes to get to the Beit HaMikdash. So what they did was they had races, really, like an actual race. All the Kohanim would line up over here, and they would run up, and whoever got there first got to do the first job. And whoever got second got to do the second job. And that's how they would do it. They would run up the Beis HaMikdash, the Mizbeach ramp, and whoever got it first, that's who won, and that's who got to do the job. So this was a good system. Of course, if you weren't the fastest Kohen, then you didn't really get a job. But what they did was they said no Kohen could do it twice. You could only do it. You could only win once. Once you won once, the next day, if you wanted to do it again, you couldn't be in the race, and that means you couldn't do it. So if I was a slow Kohen, I might not win the first day, I might not win the second day, maybe I'll win the third day. Okay, now, this is a pretty long all the way up. In our picture, it looks small because my hand is big and the picture is small, but really, this was a pretty big ramp that went really high into the air. Okay, you could see, like if you look at how big this Kohen is and how small this Kohen is, you could see how far this was. This was like 2 or 3 floors up, like stories up. So like a basement, and then like the next floor in your house, the next floor in your house, that's how high it was, like the size of a roof. So this was a pretty far run that you'd have to go up, and it was uphill. So it was really hard to do. Okay, that's how this contest went. That's how it went every single day until one day something really bad happened. And they changed the whole way everything worked in the Beis HaMikdash. A couple of Kohanim lined up, and they really wanted to do it. And they were really excited. And they had been practicing their running, and they were going really fast. So they really thought they were going to be the ones to win. Without any question, they were going to be the ones. So they started racing up. And 2 Kohanim were racing up, and they were all the way on one side of this Mizbeach. They weren't in the middle. Both of them were at the edge. And one Kohen looked, and he saw, I'm not going to win. I'm a foot behind the Kohen in front of me. And he said, no, but I really want to win. It's not right. I never won before. I want to win today. And he lost his mind. He didn't think. So fit of not thinking. Sometimes we make mistakes and we don't think. He pushed the Kohen that was winning. And the Kohen got pushed, and he fell right off the Mizbeach onto the ground. And it was really far. He was really high up. He was about to win. So he fell from all the way here, all the way down, and he broke his leg. All the other Kohanim said, what? How did that happen? This is the Beit HaMikdash. There's no pushing. There's no shoving. You're not even allowed to say anything that nice to somebody. So they said, we have to change everything. What we're going to do now is, from now on, we're going to do a lottery every single day. Everyone's going to put their fingers out and we're going to count 1, 2, and we'll have a number in mind. And we get to the right number of the person, that person wins. And from that day on, there was never any more races in the Beit HaMikdash because they didn't want to have a situation where somebody got hurt. And that really teaches us an important lesson. We never want to make sure, we want to make sure we never ever push. We don't shove, we don't hit, we don't kick, we never hurt anybody. And not only that, we don't hurt anybody's feelings either. That's really, really important. So from the Beit HaMikdash, we learn a really important lesson, that there always has to be peace. In fact, who do you think Beit HaMikdash? You know what his name was? King Shlomo. Now look at Shlomo's name. What's Shlomo's name? What are the letters in his name? Shin, Lamed, Vav, Mem. Shalom. Shlomo was able to build the Beit HaMikdash because the Beit HaMikdash is supposed to be the place of peace. So he got to build the Beit HaMikdash because his name was peace and he didn't fight with anybody. And that's why he built the Beit HaMikdash, which is a place of shalom, of peace. Isn't that a great story about the Beit HaMikdash? I'll bet you never heard it before. Shalom.